All right, class, welcome to the third video in the series for 1.6 Axioms of Inequality. We're doing the examples, so let's take a look at these. Basically, all we're doing is solving equations, but we have inequality signs, and they're really simple to work with. All right, so let's just get right into it. Solve for x, graph on a real number line. All right, number 1 says x minus 2 is less than 0. You look at this and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. False, yes you do. In the same way we solve for equalities, we're also going to solve for inequalities. What do I want to do? I want to get this variable by itself, right? So I treat it the same way. I notice I have a negative 2 here. I need to do the opposite of whatever the sign says. So I'm going to add 2 to one side. What I do to one side, I must do to the other. So now I have x is greater than positive 2. And you're thinking to yourself, but I thought he said the negatives flip the script. What the heck, Mr. Thomas? No, basically, only when you multiply or divide a negative, then you flip the script. If you're adding, nothing happens. Subtracting, nothing happens. All right, so that's the end of that. You've got x is greater than 2. All right, so how do you graph that? Really, really simply draw your number line. I like my 0 in the middle. Positive to the right, negative to the left. I go 1, 2, because x is greater than 2. It's not equal to, because it doesn't have that line underneath, so it's an open circle. Open circle at 2. And that says x is greater than 2. So all the values that are greater than 2 are to where? The right side, right? So that's what, 3, 4, blah, 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 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to shade everything. That's fine. I'm going to shade everything to the right because these are all the values where x is greater than 2. Yay! But you think we're done. We're not, obviously, because I'm Mr. Thomas. I'm going to ask for you to prove it. So you say to yourself, how do I prove this? How do I prove that for x minus 2 is greater than 0? All my solutions, right? It says solutions. All my solutions are x is greater than 2. Well, what I do is I start by rewriting the equation. X minus 2 is greater than 0. And I pick some value that is greater than 2 because that's what my solution says. So really easy, let's pick 4. And then I plug my x is 4 back into the original equation. So it looks like this. I say, oh my, x is now 4 minus 2 should be, by logic, greater than 0. Is it? 4 minus 2 is 2. Is 2 greater than 0? Ba-boom! It is. You don't believe me? Check it again. Okay? Let's go. X minus 2 is greater than 0. The solution should be all greater than 2. Let's try 7. Plug it in. 7 minus 2 is greater than 0. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 is greater than 0. Ba-boom. This is the solution for that inequality. Yay! We did it. All right. Let's do another one. Let's do number 4. That was pretty simple. Let's do number 4. Number 4 says, well, 4 minus 2x should be less than 0. You say to yourself, okay, I know how to solve these things. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do it the long form way, right? First, I'm going to rewrite the equation, and then I'm going to explain it, because that's going to be on my test. What? Yep. You're going to have to do the same thing again, right? So you're going to first rewrite equation. This is to help you think through it, make sure you're not making simple mistakes. Same thing, I need to get this x by itself, but what's in the way? This 4 and this negative 2 multiplied by x. So I'm going to deal with that floating 4 first. I'm going to subtract it from both sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 4 minus 2x is greater than 0, just for cleanliness sake. I'm going to subtract 4 here. I'm going to subtract 4 there. I'm going to say we're going to remove addition first. And then we're going to say subtract 4 from both sides. And that should give you this new equation, which looks like negative 2x is greater than. Remember, you only flip the sign when you've divided or multiplied. We haven't done that yet. What we've only done is subtracted. So 0 minus 4 is negative 4. I rewrite the new equation for cleanliness' sake. And then I say, okay, I need to get rid of this multiplied negative 2. Well, pretty simple. All I'm going to do is divide by the what? Coefficient. So I say So I say negative 2x is greater than negative 4. I'm going to divide by that coefficient, which is negative 2. What I do to one side, I must do to the other. I've got a negative divided by a negative. I've also divided by a negative, which now means I flip the script, right? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just rewrite it first. So that cancels. Now that's positive x. I have to flip the sign now because I've done the division by negative. Negative divided by negative is a positive. 4 divided by 2 is going to be dwa, right? What did I do here? I divided by the coefficient. I divided both sides by negative 2. And over here, I flip the script. Switch the sign. Why did I do that? Because I divided by a negative number. So my value, or my answer, solution set rather, is all the values for x that are greater than 2. All values for x that are greater than positive 2. All right, now I have to graph it. We're used to this, right? So for my graph, I draw me a line. I draw me a 0. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I'm now looking at it. It's all values for x that are less than, sorry, my brain gets stuck sometimes, that are less than 2. Less than, not greater, less than. You see, even happens to me. Less than 2. So here we go is 2. It's not equal to because there's no line underneath it, so it's open circle. And all the values less than 2. You know, when we prove it, this is why we prove it, because that would have revealed to us that I was wrong. So those are all the values. You can make it prettier than I've made it here. All the values less than 2. Let's prove it. So what do? I rewrite the original equation. 4 minus 2x is greater than 0. I pick some x value that is less than 2. What's less than 2? I don't know. 0 is less than 2. Let's see if it's true. I substitute it in. 4 minus 2 times 0 should be greater than 0. 4 minus 2 times 0 is what? 0. 4 minus 0 is 4. Is 4 greater than 0? Boom! There's my solution set. X is greater than 2. Yay, us. We did it. So, sorry, do not forget to go slowly because that's going to be an easy mistake. You're thinking, oh, it's greater than, but remember, you flipped the script, so now You have to change your brain to say less than. There you go. Shall we do one more? Yeah, let's do one more, just for good sake. Make it quick. We'll make it quick. Number 6. We'll do it right, Jan Jansen, here. All right, number 6 says 5x minus 15 is greater than 0, right? I'm not going to write the whole, I'm not going to write the whole explanation over here. I'm just going to, if I'm fast enough, I'm just going to go through it, all right? First things first, I'm the realist. I need to get rid of the negative 15 and put it on the other side. So I say to myself, plus 15 on one, plus 15 on the other. Rewrite my equation. 5x is greater than 15. I need to get rid of the coefficient over here because it's multiplying that x. I divide. I say x is, I didn't do any negative dividing, so I'm good. X is greater than 15 divided by 5, which is 3. There's my solution set. Let's prove it. Rewrite the original equation. 5x minus 15 should be greater than 0 for all values where x is greater than 3. Where is x greater than 3? I don't know. Let's make an easy number. 10. 10 is easy because you just have to add a 0. So I say 5 times my new x value, which is 10, minus 15 should be greater than 0. Is it true? 5 times 10 is what? 50. 50 minus 15 is definitely greater than 0. Don't I need to solve that? It's what? 35? Yeah, 35. 35 is greater than 0. Boom! My solution set is x greater than 3. How do I graph it? Very simply. My 0 here. My x is 3, but not equal to 3 because I don't have the line under here. I should do one with the line. We'll do that later. Anyway, so it's open circle for all x values greater than 3, so I'm going to the right. All right. Oh, sorry, you can't even see that. Like I said, 0 in the middle. My x value should be 3. It's all the values greater than, but not equal to, because there's no line underneath it, then 3. All right. If you have any questions, review the videos or come ask me. Now your homework is posted underneath the homework and classwork section for the Google Classroom. All right.